Today, I'm going to show you how to parse 99s as Destro Lock in Gnomeregan. Welcome to the level 40 Warlock Guide. Talents. You'll be putting all 31 of your points in Destro, but skipping out on Conflag for the extra point in damage. I'll have a link to this guide in the description below. Runes. Incinerate, Chaos Bolt, Shadow and Flame, Demonic Knowledge, and your chest rune, I recommend Lake of Fire on fights that are around 1 minute or below and have low movement. I use Lake of Fire on the first 4 bosses of Gnomeregan. For fights that are a little more healing intensive, I swap to Master Channeler to help out my healers, especially if the fights have a lot of movement. Lake of Fire is pretty much useless if the mobs are moving outside of its range. And the last one I use occasionally is Demonic Tactics. If I feel like my healers don't need the extra help, I can just go Demonic Tactics and pump my normal rotation without Lake of Fire, but still be good while moving. Gear. 5% hit, spell power, crit, intellect, and stamina. I do recommend using the Warlock Trinket over the Fire Ring from STV as it gives you more spell power overall. Zakify has a fantastic pre-bis and bis list for Warlocks, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. Professions. I recommend going Tailoring for the Epic Helmet with the spell power, and Engineering for hit and crit on the belt. You can swap out Engineering for Alchemy or Enchanting if you want the spell power buff from the other 2 options instead of the Engineering belt. Rotation. For single target rotation, you're going to open with Incinerate and then Curse of Elements. Rain of Fire for 1 tick, press your power-ups from your helmet and your belt if you have those, or the trinket, and then Chaos Bolt. Immediately follow with an Immolate and then Incinerate spam to fill. For multi-target, you're going to open with Incinerate, then Rain of Fire for 1 tick, and Hellfire. This works especially well on targets of 6 or more. Warlock does have a unique special spec for 4 to 5 targets. The highest logs for Menagerie are currently Shadow Bolt Volley with Everlasting Affliction. With this spec, you'll put Curse of Elements on all targets, then put Corruption on all targets, then spam Shadow Bolt Volley for the rest of the pull, because the Shadow Bolts will refresh your Corruptions. I'll put a link to the Shadow Bolt Volley build in the description below. If you do encounter 4 to 5 targets and you don't want to respec, I recommend this for your rotation on a fight like Menagerie. Curse of Elements on every target, Incinerate 1 time, then put Immolate on every target, and then Chaos Bolt on CD. As far as pets go, you're currently going to be using Imp for all fights. Macros and weak auras. For starters, you can macro / pet attack into some of your abilities if you don't want to micromanage your pet. For weak auras, I recommend tracking your buffs and debuffs on the target to try to maintain 100% uptime on your dots, especially Incinerate, Lake of Fire, Immolate, and Curse of Elements. All my weak auras are in my Discord in the link below. PvP. For PvP, I recommend playing meta with Master Channeler and Demonic Grace. All you're going to be doing is keeping up Drain Life and then spamming Searing Pain until something dies. I find in the current PvP meta that hard casting anything is just a no-go, and as soon as melees see that you're a Clothwear, they're going to instantly focus you. Sometimes when I'm doing the Stranglethorn Veil event and I'm in meta form, I almost feel invisible just because people don't even want to attack me, and that allows me to get a massive amount of bloods. That's all for the Warlock Meta Guide. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and feel free to ask me any questions on twitch.tv/Sardako. I'll see you next time.